Hello everyone, I'm Etheria, and I want to talk about the recent announcement from the live Twitch stream, live stream, from Final Fantasy XIV Online. As you can see on my screen, I've got a photo of the Sage up. So if you haven't heard, Final Fantasy XIV is coming out with a new healer class called Sage, and this is an art from Final Fantasy, as you can see down here. Now, I'm a healer main, so I'm actually pretty excited about Sage, but there's just something I have to talk about. Nobody in my free company gets it. I've showed friends that aren't currently playing and friends that have never played, and nobody seems to get this. I think the Sage weapons look like anything but guns. I believe they're supposed to be guns. If you watch the trailer, they appear to shoot lasers out of them. But you know what I think they look like? I think they look like tentacles. Let's see. Here we have some tentacles. And you can see, especially in this photo of the tentacle, it's like got a slight curve, just like this. It's like straight, but it has a slight curve. Let's look at another photo. Straight, slight curve at the end, right? And then even a little curve right in here. And maybe that's supposed to be the handle. I don't know why it would need handles since they float. I don't think your character ever, I mean, I don't know yet, but based on the video, the preview, the trailer, your character's never going to hold it. So I don't think it needs a handle or a trigger. I really don't know. What else do we have? Slight curve. It's quite straight, but there's a slight little curve up to the tip. Why does this one look really strange from this angle? What the heck? Back to the tentacles. Look at this picture of finger tentacles. Look at that. Little slight curve up to the tip. Okay? Okay. I think it looks like tentacles. Everyone's telling me I'm crazy. I think the other reason I think it looks like tentacles is just that it's like they're just hanging out around you, like for some reason. Like when I think of tentacles, I think of them, even though like they're at like the bottom of the octopus, there's just something about them like flowing around you. It's like these are your like tentacles, like flowing and floating around your character. That's what it is. Okay, but you know what? If it doesn't look like tentacles, what about bug legs? Okay, let's look at some bug legs. Here, it looks just like this little centipede. I think it's actually, I don't know what kind of bug this is because the picture is telling me it's not a centipede. But anyway, notice, look at that shape. Tell me that the shape does not look like this. You can't tell me that. And you know the other thing that's crazy? These little pieces on her back, like they're in the trailer with in the trailer for Endwalker, not the trailer for Sage, but the trailer for Endwalker, we have Alphino as Sage. And at one point, all of them go on his back, and they look like all these like little creepy crawly legs that he just like folded up onto his back. You know what else they kind of look like? A potato bug. I feel like that would be what I'm talking about. Right here. Look at this. Look at this. This kind of like shell pattern. Boom. Just like this. The 4 on there. So, you know what it doesn't look like? It does not at all look like a gun. Here's some guns. I don't know if you've ever seen a gun before, but it doesn't look like a gun. But you know what? That's okay. It's a fantasy game. I guess it doesn't really have to look like a gun. What about a Star Wars gun? Maybe. It really reminds me of Star Wars because it shoots lasers. And, like, I know Star Wars probably isn't the only, I'm sure there's lots of sci-fi stuff that shoots lasers, but, like, yeah. I guess that's what an original design for a gun is. I'm not seeing anything even remotely similar here. You know what else it kind of reminds me of? Arms. When Edward Elric turns his arm into a sword. That's what these look like. They look like at the end you could take this part at the end and put it onto your shoulder, like over your arm, and then you'd have a little, I guess, gun arm. It looks more like a blunt sword or something to me, but it does really remind me of this Edward Elric arm. And it also reminds me a little bit of the last boss at Puppet's Bunker. This lady. Because if you've ever been to Puppet's Bunker, then you know this big, huge pile. I don't know what this photo is, why there's this writing on it. But anyways, this big, huge ball of like android mannequin things. It very much looks like it could be an android arm, like some sort of robotic arm. That's what reminds me of the last boss of Puppet's Bunker. But again, it does not at all remind me of a gun. At all. So yeah, that's kind of my take. To be honest, I don't love the weapon. I know a lot of people are really excited about it. I'm really excited about Sage in general because I am a healer main. So it's definitely going to be really fun to explore something new. I've played all 3 of the healer classes already. And, I mean, I like them all, but it's always fun to get something new to try. But yeah, I'm not that hyped about the weapon. I mean, I think it looks kind of cool when they're floating around and like glowing around your body, but I don't know. I cannot unsee the like bug legs, tentacles, like I don't know. To me, there's just something about it that just doesn't excite me. So let me know what you think about the weapons. Do you like them? Do you hate them? Do you love them? Do you adore them? Do you agree with me? Do you think they look like tentacles? Do you think they look like bug legs? Do you think they look like everything but guns? Do they bother you? Like, I just really want someone to agree with me because I've talked to my friends and my FC mates and nobody agrees. Like, there's not a single person who's out here like, yeah, they look like bug legs. Like, all of the things that I listed, they don't think it looks anything like that. And people think they look cool, and I'm just like, I'm underwhelmed, okay? That's the thing. I'm underwhelmed. Like, when I play Astrologian, I'm excited to use the weapon. I think it looks really cool, especially the relic weapons. I only have the Shadowbringer's Recollection weapon, but it looks so freaking good. I'm not excited to play Scholar for the weapon. The book is... Scholars kind of get robbed. Maybe I'll make a video about how scholars get robbed, but the books are okay. Again, the relic weapon for Scholar are really cool, and there are some really cool books out there, like the Tsukiyomi book is really nice. And then White Mage. There's so many awesome White Mage staffs. Again, the Shadowbringer's relic weapon. I have the Tsukiyomi weapon as well. It's gorgeous. It's like this like crescent moon with like a flower, like a lotus with a gem in the middle of it, and it glows like a magenta color. It's so freaking gorgeous. But when I see this, I don't feel excited. I don't feel like, oh my god, that weapon's gonna look so cool. But you know what? Maybe my mind will change once I start playing it, because this is only like just a preview, you know? So maybe my mind will change. Maybe some of the different weapon skins they have will look different. Maybe they won't all be just like straight guns. I think it would be cool if almost like they were like circles, similar to the chakrams that dancers have, like floating circles, but like maybe with something in the middle of it. If that makes sense. That doesn't make any sense. Like a pattern in the middle. I don't know. I don't know. Like yeah. I should stop talking. Tell me how you feel about the Sage. Are you excited? What about the weapons? I would love to know your thoughts. Peace out.